Hello, everyone. I'm Adriana Rodriguez from the Northern Arizona College Resource Center, and today we will be discussing 4 different scholarship applications to fill out this month that are DACA friendly for students. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me at adriana.rodriguez@nau.edu or email us at nacrc@nau.edu. As well, reach out to us through our social media. All our handles will be placed at the end of this presentation. So, as always, before we start discussing scholarship, it's recommended you gather the following items. So, the first is transcripts, then the student resume, and then letters of recommendation. If you need any help constructing a student resume or figuring out who to ask for a letter of recommendation, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and we can help you out with that. So, to go over, we'll be going over these 4 scholarships. All links to the scholarships will be posted in the description box so you can locate and apply to all these scholarships. Our first scholarship is the Hispanic Scholarship Fund that is being sponsored by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund. So, here are some of the basics of the scholarship. First, the scholarship is worth between $500 and $5,000, and approximately 10,000 awards are given out to students. The deadline for the scholarship is February 15th, 2021, and students are notified on June 20, 2021. So now let's discuss the requirements for the scholarship. First, you must be a graduating high school senior of Hispanic heritage and either a U.S. citizen, permanent legal resident, or a DACA recipient. The student must have a 3.0 GPA on a 4.0 scale and plan to enroll full time in an accredited public or not for profit four-year university in the 2021 to 2022 school year. The student must have also submitted the FAFSA or any state-based financial aid forms. If you are a DACA recipient and you need help filling out the FAFSA, please reach out to us and we can help walk you through that process. For this scholarship, the application you must submit can be a very lengthy application. You do have to complete 8 different sections. Now, these sections start with my profile, my education, my career interests, my future questions, my involvement, my family, my finances, and my details. Now, the application does require for you to provide information on what interests you, as well as information on what future goals you may have. Thankfully, this application will allow you to save and continue later. So, for this scholarship, I would highly recommend starting early so that when you fill out the application, it does not overwhelm you. And you can do it by sections. So, make sure you're putting forward your best work for this scholarship because a lot of students will be applying for this one. So, you want to make sure you're putting your best foot forward. So our next scholarship is the SPIE Optics and Photonics Education Scholarship that is by SPIE. So SPIE is the International Society for Optics and Photonics and was founded in 1955 to advance light-based technologies. Now it's serving more than 255,000 constituents and from 183 countries. The not for profit society advances emerging technologies through interdisciplinary information exchange, continuing education, publications, patent precedent, and career and professional growth. Here are some of the basics of the scholarship. First, this scholarship is worth between $3,000 to $11,000 and has a varied amount of awards for students, meaning there's no set amount of students. They just give out money until they run out. Um, the deadline to apply is on February 15th, 2021. The students are notified in May of 2021 if they want or not. Now, let's discuss the requirements for the scholarship. First, you must be a student member of SPIE. The annual student membership fee is around $20. So, second, this membership has to be in good standing throughout the review process. So, if your membership expires, your application will be removed. The student must also be enrolled in a program related to a field of optics and photonics and must be enrolled in school for the academic year beginning in fall 2021, meaning you must be enrolled to start college in August 2021 or as early as July 2021. Here are some of the requirements for the scholarship. You have to have 2 letters of recommendation that have to be submitted before you can complete and submit your scholarship application. Also, if applicable, you need your annual scholarship report on file with SPIE, and this report just lists whether or not you've received previous scholarships. So if you haven't received any scholarships, you don't need to worry about this part of the application. Lastly, you have to be enrolled in school for the academic year beginning in the fall 2021, which again is August 2021 or as early as July 2021. And you do have to send in some proof that you are enrolled in a school for that time. For this scholarship, the application is relatively simple. You need to complete the online application and have submitted beforehand 2 letters of recommendation. The letters of recommendation should be submitted before you complete the application, meaning you can't completely submit your application until you get those 2 letters of recommendation in. So with this application, I would recommend that you ask for these letters as early as possible and give whoever you're asking to write these letters for you your student resume so that they have a list of your accomplishments that they can use to write you a letter. Our third scholarship is the Grand Rapids Community Foundation and is sponsored by the Grand Rapids Community Foundation. So the Grand Rapids Community Foundation is offering a general application. So this application does collect and sort applicant information and then matches it to scholarship. So the application is DACA friendly for students, and although it's primarily for students in the Grand Rapids, it does have some scholarships available for out-of-state students, meaning that if you're interested in maybe attending a college in the Grand Rapids, this would be a good application for you to fill out. So the fourth scholarship is the Ben Carlson Scholarship that is being sponsored by the Ben Carlson Memorial and Scholarship Foundation. So the Ben Carlson Memorial Scholarship Foundation hopes to create a sustainable legacy through scholarship, ocean safety, and philanthropy. So the foundation was founded in memory of Ben Carlson, and Ben Carlson was a Newport Beach lifeguard that died in the line of duty on July 6, 2014. So Ben exhibited an exceptional work ethic, love of the ocean, compassion, athleticism, and scholastic performance. So here are some of the basics of the scholarship. First, the scholarship is offering 3 awards of $10,000 each. The deadline is March 1st, 2021, and the result date is on May 2021. So you will, if you're one of the 3 chosen students, you will be notified on May 2021. So now let's discuss some of the requirements for the scholarship first. You must have past or present participation in a junior lifeguard program or past employment as an open water lifeguard. And this does include like lake, rivers, and oceans. The student must be attending a 4-year post-secondary school during the 2021-2022 academic school year as a full-time undergraduate student. You must be a current high school senior with an unweighted GPA of 3.2 or higher. And lastly, the student must demonstrate a strong work ethic, independence, academic rigor, and promise athleticism and service to the community. The application for this scholarship does require for you to submit a 700-word essay. This essay is asking for you to explain how you exhibit the characteristics of Ben Carlson and what your educational goals are. So my biggest recommendation for this essay is for you to take a moment to look through the memorial site so you can get a better understanding of who Ben Carlson was and what he meant to the community. The scholarship also is going to ask for your transcripts for verification upon request of the scholarship committee. So you'll be asked to submit, again, those letters of recommendation. This can be from your school counselor, teacher, or employer. Best recommendation is that it be someone who has seen, again, your community service or your work as a lifeguard. Lastly, if you are in the top 5 candidates, you will be asked to attend an oral interview with the foundation board members. So this is a pretty big interview with the foundation board members. They're going to ask you questions. It's very similar to your job interview. If you need help with sort of practicing or help choosing like what to wear physically, even if it's a virtual interview, again, you can contact us and we'll be happy to help you in that area. So to end this presentation, I would like to end with our biggest tip of the month when it comes to scholarships. So when writing an essay on your accomplishments or community survey, treat it like a speech. So print out the essay and read it to yourself in the mirror. By doing this, you can identify grammatical errors as well as different language you can use to make the essay seem more refined. This technique also allows you to rewrite sentences to help fit your personality, as you'll be able to identify when you don't really sound like the real you. So, doing this helps you feel more comfortable in what you're writing, and it helps you really identify, well, does this sound like me, or am I just making this up? Should I reword this or shouldn't I? And when you're reading it out loud, you can catch those errors that you're usually missing from looking at the screen for so long. So we have reached the end of this presentation. I'm glad you stuck around this long. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact us. We have listed here all our social media handles, along with our email and phone number. So before we end, I do want to remind you that here at the NACRC, we can help students with more than just looking for scholarships. If you need help submitting your FAFSA or are worried about the transition from high school to college, please contact us and we are happy to help you. Um, if you're a DACA student who needs more resources or more help, like figuring out what university to apply to, what other scholarships you can apply to, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you out in that area. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in March with more DACA friendly scholarships you can apply to.